a lot of businesses have been shut, or a lot of businesses have got smaller all of a sudden, and they're also like wondering what we should do. I know we're going to cover on sort of like going for high growth next time, but I think actually all businesses should do this anyway. They should probably do it every year or every 2 years or every 5 years, whatever, because a lot of businesses get a little bit fat. And I say that because most businesses have a number of income streams. I'm just going to give you an example in the agency world. There's three main income streams within agencies. There's one-off projects, there's retainer or regular clients that you might have, and then there's long-term repeat billing. So you might look after someone's website or do their domains or their hosting or something like that, and just bills that you just send out repeatedly. So all of those income streams go into the whole. But the most important about these income streams is they are not the same, because some of those income streams will have a lot more effort required to generate that income. Some of the income streams might have predictability, they might not have predictability, and all of those income streams will have a very, very different level of profitability. And I think that's an agency example, but you can also put that onto a manufacturer, because a manufacturer in their warehouse or a retailer, they will have fast moving stock that comes in and just goes straight out. They'll have slow moving stock which they have to stockpile because they have to buy it in bulk or they can't get hold of it or whatever. So it's slow moving stock. And then they'll have redundant stock or sale stock. And all of those, again, that stock will have very different characteristics. But the problem that most business owners have is that they just chuck all of this income into a pot, and then they take their expenses out, their staff, their running costs, their costs, and they're left with a net profit. And they think, well, is that okay? Yeah, right, let's get on with it. But actually, if they retreated to the core and started to pull the layers of the onion off and say, well, actually, hang on a minute, let's just look at all of these income streams individually, and let's work out if they're easy to do. Let's work out how valid they are now. Let's try and work out what profit they generate for the business. And then it's a totally different business model you've got. So, I mean, most people are too wrapped in their business, and it's hard to fix a business when the wheels are moving at speed. You just get on with it. But now when things have slowed down a bit and you can get on the bus and really have a proper look at what's going on, then these are the things that you should be looking at.
So have you worked with a client during this period? Have you got like an example of where you've done this sort of analysis?
Yeah, absolutely. I have. In fact, it just so happened that I was just doing the analysis when lockdown happened.
Right.
So we carried it on, and so their profitability, just on three things, for example, on their projects, their profitability was minus 10%, because a project are notoriously difficult to do, because they have mission creep, or they have feature bloat, or they have a fixed price, but things go awry and things like that. So there's always problems with doing a one-off project. Then we had a look at their regular work and their retained work, and that profitability was about 20-25%, sort of what you'd expect. It's manageable, you can get into it, but their long-term repeat billings for all of their asset billings and domain billings like this, 100% profit. So you can see what I'm saying. So they were focused, that they just thought everything was just bundled in. Yeah. They'd never taken the time to stop and actually look at their individual profit levels. So that leads you into a situation where, I mean, this goes for every business. Whatever you start off, you've got to build in some type of long-term residual income. There's a friend of mine, and you'll know him as well, James, Andrew Horncastle. And I remember having a chat with him once, and he just said he was going his business about 5-6 years ago. He was worried about his business, what he was doing. Went away to Mallorca for a couple of months and read loads of books, and came back and said, my business in the future is collecting rent. So he completely and utterly reorganized his business just so he could collect rent. I mean, it was just, so basically what he was saying, predictable revenue.
Yeah.
So that is the core of your business. You get that right and you can do anything with it.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Business Lockdown.
Please comment, like, share and subscribe to help build our global community.
We look forward to seeing you all soon.